Hi everybody, my name is Alan. On behalf of the crew, I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Bridging Heaven and Earth. You know, it's just such an amazing experience for us to come together, all of us here in the studio, and all of you out there, whenever you're watching this show, to come together in the name of love, in the name of truth, in the name of oneness, in the name of creativity. Again and again we come together, and we come together to really, you know, I would say, and I've talked about this before, heal the heart of the planet. We know, looking around, reading the newspaper, seeing the news, seeing what goes on in all our cities and all our countries and this world, that there's so much disharmony at this present time. You know, hopefully by the time you people are watching this, I mean, I know when we're shooting it here today that there's disharmony in the world. Hopefully by the time you watch it in the months and years ahead as this show circulates around the world, that there's less disharmony. But for us to come together and you to be there and to be focused on this show, which is about the love and the oneness, once again to do that is just an extraordinary experience for us. And we do see a change. We see an extraordinary change going on this planet. I mean, one of the really powerful things that's happening to the Bridging show and the Bridging family is that all the Bridging shows are now available, probably by the time you're watching this, or a good percentage of them are available on Google Video. And most of you know that Google's one of the real magic stories, the real success stories now, and their intention from dealing with them is to really treat other people as they want to be treated. And that's for a giant corporation like that, to make their assets, to make their servers, to make their network, to make their energy available to serve the love, to serve Bridging is a really wonderful thing. And that seems to be what's really happening now, is that instead of Bridging having to reinvent the wheel and to make all this giant servers and this access to the world, Google has already done that, and Google is saying, we want to collaborate with shows like Bridging and make those energies and make that vibration of love, of oneness available to the world. And to me, that's an extraordinary change in what's going on. And it just adds so much to it that new paradigm is really coming. And we're just so honored to be part of that procedure and to get, and if you think about it now, instead of sending out to 150 cities or so, Bridging is available. All the Bridging shows, 200 and some odd Bridging shows, 210, 220, are available to everyone in the world with an internet connection 24/7. They can watch shows over and over again. They can go back and forth instead of waiting for it to hit a certain city at a certain time. So really, I mean, that change, that harmony is starting to filter into the world, and we're so fortunate for that. And isn't it so needed? Isn't it needed to bring that truth, bring that love out into the world, to change the energy and the vibration of that, to let that knowledge really reach out? And once again, we have people coming in from literally all over the world to share their love with you, with us, pictures and music. Cecilia has been a guest on Bridging Heaven and Earth before. She and her husband Oren came in from Norway to be with us, to share their love. I mean, she's one of the most extraordinary, world-renowned, inspirational singers and humanitarians. She has a 3-octave range, incredibly gifted voice. Her first CD, Voice of This Feminine Spirit, was a huge hit worldwide. Her new CD, The Healing Voice, is just literally sweeping the world with that energy and that love. And a quick story, I mean, we had a guest on, Claire Heartsong, and she didn't know who the musical guest was. And then I was telling her all this, we didn't know Cecilia at that time. And Cecilia and I told Claire that the musical guest is Cecilia, and she said, not the Cecilia. And she had heard about Cecilia before and was just blown away. And we're also, you and we are very honored to have 5 Cecilia music videos that she's done, and Arnie's produced, her husband, and produced all over the world, just incredible videos of her singing, and we're going to have some of those. And as most of you know, we have an international bridging art project that people from all over the world, we had this inspiration, this vision to have people from all over the world produce these new original pieces based on the theme Bridging Heaven and Earth. And pieces have been coming in from all over the world, extraordinary pieces, magical pieces, mystical pieces of all different sizes, varieties, shapes. And two of them that are here tonight are by Eliza. One is by Eliza McCracken, Enchanted Love, and one is by someone who was a guest on Bridging before, Sue Halstenberg, called Sunflowers. So this show is really shaping up as an opportunity for us to really experience the truth, to really experience that vibration. Behind the words of truth is that vibration of love, is that consciousness. And, you know, we all know it's time for that to really enter all our waking hours and all our sleeping hours and all our manifested hours, that we have to come together in love. We have to come together in truth, and that this disharmony that just has been rampant on the planet has got to end, has got to be lessened, has got to go. So as we normally do, we'll have a short meditation, and then, you know, when we come back, we'll have videos. We'll have 3 unbelievable music videos from Cecilia. We'll have art, and we'll have Cecilia live with us. Just extraordinary interview with Cecilia. So as we normally do, join me in a short meditation, then we'll come back and we'll have videos and Cecilia and art and everything. So join me in a short meditation. Well, thank you, everybody. That really felt good. So again, really, let's take this opportunity, because we all know how much that each of our contributions, each of our connections, each of our recognitions, each of our manifestations, each of our collaborations to come together, to share that truth, to share that love, to share that oneness, to be open to the recognition of what we really need to experience and what we really need to know, is so needed, is so required, is so, just so necessary now. And it's happening, and the more we do it, there's more joy, there's more love, there's more truth. And for all of us, I mean, who doesn't need more of that? Who doesn't want to experience more of that? And we've talked so much on Bridging about the necessity for feeling love and sharing it, of that's what our potential is as human beings, of that's what our reality is as human beings, to really feel love and share it. And so much of what we hear throughout this planet and this world now, because we get calls and emails and letters and just, you know, information from all over, that hunger is so great now, that necessity is so great, that, you know, it's just really time for us, and you know, like, together we can do it. So the first 3 music videos of Cecilia, unbelievable. Just enjoy Ave Maria, Pea Jesu, Amazing Grace. They're unbelievable. To just settle in, enjoy, relax, have a good time. So please enjoy, and we'll be back. Hi everybody, welcome back. So those were some videos, huh? Okay, so the painting you're seeing now is just this extraordinary piece by just a dear friend of Bridging's, Eliza McCracken. It's called Enchanted Love. She was one of the, when we talked to her about the art project, she just said, yes, I'm in. And then literally 3 weeks later or so, this just extraordinary piece of magic came to us. So we're on the set with Cecilia, so welcome back. I almost said welcome home.
It feels like home to me.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So the last video that people saw was Amazing Grace, and you said you had a very interesting story about that. Why don't you talk about that?
I do, because now I'm very happy about what I'm doing. Like, I found my path and my style of music, but it was a time when I was very depressed because I couldn't find the right music style. I had studied classical singing, and I had success in it, and it wasn't right for me.
It didn't feel right.
It didn't feel right, and even I had success, and people, you know, when you have success, you should be very happy. But if it's not right for you, then you can't be happy. And I said to myself, I don't want to sing pop music. I don't want to sing classical. I don't want to sing country, and as you can see, I'm not a very good rock and roll singer either. So I said to myself, if I can't do it with my whole heart, I would like to quit singing. But I decided to go to a seminar with Stuart Wilde, a spiritual author, and it was called The Warrior's Wisdom.
The Warrior's Wisdom.
Yeah, which was to find your inner strength, to dare to do what you want to do. Because mostly you do what you have to do. Many of us do.
Right.
And this was designed to give you the strength to show that you really have the power.
To trust your intuition. To
yes,
trust, yeah.
And to go forward, even if it's difficult or you are scared, which we all are.
Right.
So I went to the seminar because I needed the strength to dare to quit singing, which had been my life for so long. And one of the last evenings, we were like 100 people, he came up to me and he asked me, you know, who I was and what I was doing. And I said, well, I used to be a singer, but I'm not that anymore. I'm gonna quit. And he just looked at me, and we were in the restaurant, and he said, no, I would like to hear you sing, and I would like to hear it now.
Wow. In the restaurant with 100 people.
Yes, and he clapped in his hand, and he said, go up on the table and sing.
Oh my God, that's great.
And you know, I'm shy, so if he had said, you know, would you like to sing? I would have said, no. But he, you know, with that power, he just said sing. And I went up on the table, and the only song I could remember that was very strange was Amazing Grace.
And you knew thousands of songs by then.
Oh, yes.
Right. So but this was the only one
that came to my mind.
Wow.
And I saw, and no music. It was just me there. And I saw his tears run down his cheek, and he came up to me afterwards and he said, I would like to help you as much as I can. And he came up with the idea of using my classical trained voice, but in a different way with spiritual lyrics. And finally, like 1 second before I was going to quit singing, I was lost, but then I was found.
Wow.
And after we made the CD, he took me on tour, on big Australia tour with Deepak Chopra and Louise Hay and Wayne Dyer and him, and it all just
went from there.
It went from there.
And once you started doing that, not that it was always easy, not that, you know, singing isn't, you know, you have to build the talent and, you know, work at it and all that, but that you knew that you were in the right place.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But you were telling me earlier that you feel still that this is an extraordinary gift for you, but that it's something that you really have to, you know, like it's almost like the talk between grace and effort, but that you have to make effort every day to really.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you talk about that?
When I sing, I want it to seem effortlessly. That's the part of the game, because if people knew that it's difficult, or they wouldn't enjoy it. But to make it effortlessly really means that you have to work hard at it. And my singing teacher is also Celine Dion's singing teacher. And when I came to him, the first thing he said, you have to go and get a trainer to work out your body. You are not strong enough. If you're gonna sing, you have to be very strong like an athlete. You have to eat this and that. You have to sleep so and so much. You have to not talk too much. You have to...
Don't go on any talk show.
No, not at all, no.
Oh my God.
No, you have to sing you start your day and then you sing a little bit, and you have to have a break and you sing again, and you have to have a break and you sing again. It's like your whole day is about this instrument.
Just working that gift.
Yeah, like a muscle. If you don't use it, it will disappear. So I hear you saying it's a gift, but I feel it's work. It's a blessed work, but it's still work.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's hard for people to understand, because they'll watch like a bridging show or see you sing and think, oh God, they do it so easy, and they don't know how much pre-production, how much work, and how many people, and how much lighting and carrying. And,
no, and of course
and that's the
they should
beauty,
know.
right?
They should
that's
know,
not important.
but I love the work.
Yeah, that's how we feel. It's joyous.
It is joyous.
I mean, do you feel like most of the time that you're really blessed to be able to do what you're doing?
Oh yes, but of course there's also times when I'm thinking, what am I doing?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, but you've been traveling all over the world for a long time now, singing those types of songs, singing those types of inspirational songs.
Yeah.
And how do you pick a song that, say, you haven't gotten into writing a lot of your own songs yet?
No, not the music. I'm writing some of the lyrics, but I hear immediately if it's a song that I would like to sing.
Immediately,
Immediately, yeah. It has to have it has to soar. It has to, it has to come from the heart, and I have to feel a connection to it. It has to be beautiful for me.
So when you listen to a song sometimes, do you feel like that if it makes you cry, if it brings tears to your eyes, then that's something that you want your gift and your magic to bring to other people?
You never know how others will respond to what you're doing, so you can only, like you said, trust yourself and trust your heart, and do the best you can and hope that others will react to it. And with music, I really believe there's power in the music. It's not only about the song, it's not only about the voice, it's also an energy behind it. I don't know how it works, but it does. I remember at one of my concerts, a woman came up to me and she said, I really didn't want to be here because I had such a toothache. And I was in so much pain that I should really have been to the dentist instead. And but half through the concert, the pain disappeared, and it has never come back since.
Wow. Actually, I have a few interesting enough. We'll see. As people know, I don't go to dentists or anything like that. But it's interesting you say that. But the question that was kind of forming in my head, was that we've had a lot of sound healers and music healers on the show. Play harps and all different kinds of things, and it seemed like your music would have that healing energy. And from what you're saying, that you find out that actually it does.
It does. Yeah, I have heard also some women are playing the music to their children to get them to sleep. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad. If they are sleeping because it's so boring. No, but they use
energetically, it's just soothing and healing.
Yeah, if the children are screaming and crying and restless, they use the music to calm them down.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So, of course, I had people wanting me to go more mainstream, or can't you sing a little bit more Celine Dion stuff, music, or... but I just can't do it.
It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right, and maybe this is a slightly more difficult path, because if you don't have a hit song, it's difficult to get on the radio with it. But I believe this music will grow more and more and be used more and more, and it's needed more and more. And so that's the same with your show. And if you are in the front, how do you say it, one of the first people who do it, it's gonna be a little hard. But
I was talking to Arnie, you know, your husband, as you know, but you know, who's been involved with you in the music for a long time. That it'll turn out will be overnight successes after about 20 years.
Oh yeah, it's not. It doesn't exist an overnight success.
You know, it's interesting because really, I mean, you know, we feel like we will just love doing what we do, and we would do it, and there is really no result to it. But we were also talking that we're coming into a period where it seems like the new paradigm, when people are hungering for your kind of music, are hungering for this kind of message, are hungering for Eliza's art. I mean, the hunger is out there. You know, all the chaos and the, you know, the music that creates the discordance in a way.
Yes.
It's just too jarring to the system after a while.
But I don't think the mainstream industry, they haven't realized it yet. But they will.
Yeah, I think, like you say, it's coming.
The more people, it's coming.
Right. All right. So on that note, maybe we'll show the next video. We're going to show 2 videos of Cecilia, When You Wish Upon a Star, and the Prayer. And when we come back, we'll have another extraordinary music, an extraordinary picture here by an old friend of Bridging, Sue Halstenberg, who's been a guest on the show before. You know, so again, settle in. When You Wish Upon a Star and the Prayer. Really enjoy.
Da gjenstår det bare å takke for oss her fra Gjøvik-kveldene. Ha fortsatt en hyggelig lørdagskveld. Og husk på søndagsprogrammet i morgen klokka 1:30 på samme kanal.
Takk for oss! Like a bolt out
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. So we're back with Cecilia, but the picture I wanted you to look at now is a sunflower by someone who was a former guest on Bridging, Sue Halstenberg, a beautiful, beautiful artist and human. And you know, that's the second picture she's done for the Bridging Art Project. She's just an extraordinary being. So you have a new album that you just finished, right? That's very exciting for you. Why don't you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, and how it came about, because that's interesting too.
Yeah.
Because of the kind of music I want to make, it's difficult, as I said, to go into the mainstream, the record companies. They really, most of them don't understand what I'm trying to do. So me and my manager said, let's try to get a sponsor to
support this particular.
Yes, and we wrote letters and we sent out things, and I got like 5, 6 no's and 1 yes.
Wow.
And that's what we needed to do.
Was it a person or a corporation?
No, that was a person.
Wow, beautiful.
Yes, yeah. And then we went to New York to make the album there. And I wanted to make an album with like male choir, like a group of monks, because it's like spiritual songs.
Wow.
So we had a group there. They are not monks in real life, but it sounds.
You had them dressed.
Yes.
They played
the
one on
part.
television.
Yeah, they played the part very well. So they are there, and we call the album the Healing Voice, because that's my goal, to have music that's soothing and healing and uplifting. And yeah, so that's what I'm in Norway to promote and hear and going back.
So is this available already? I mean, is this album out and available, or is it going to be coming out? I guess once the show's out and around the country, it will be available. And it's called The Healing Voice.
Yeah, and mostly you can...
Talk about some of the songs you sang that people would know
of. You know, I don't think they would... They're not like... I haven't taken... All the songs are new.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, except from one called Going Home. That's a classical piece that we just had lyrics to.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, when you were talking, I mean, the feeling we get, or that I get, and we talk about a lot on the show, is that, you know, part of what our intention is, and part of what the destiny of people like you and people, you know, who are involved with bridging and stuff, is to heal the heart of the humankind. That's really the issue, is that our heart doesn't experience that love and oneness, and it's like shattered. It's like a broken heart. I mean, the humankind is experiencing the broken heart.
Yeah.
Do you feel that? I mean, is that part of how you think about your music and all?
I think my main inspiration comes from meditation. I meditate quite a lot, and so I try actually to express in my music what I feel when I meditate. So it has to be some uplifting, trying to be as beautiful as it can. You know, there is a feeling I get in meditation that nothing else gives me. Like none of the experiences I can get in life, which usually they say you can find the real happiness in things, in life, in people, in, I don't know, whatever. And everybody's searching for that happiness that we don't seem to get in real things. And that happiness I definitely found in meditation, and the more I meditate, the more I want to sing. The more I want to sing, the more I want to meditate. It's really closely together.
So the feeling in meditation, so like you would go into a studio and you would try to do a lot of what you would call formal meditation before, and take that feeling and take that energy into the studio and keep that. I mean, do you feel that? I mean, you know, sometimes if you know, I know, and the crew have said the same thing to me, if you know, we feel a little off before we start doing this, and then we start doing the show and come here in the morning and set up, and then the guests start coming in and all the audience members, that we almost start, you know, getting healed. It's almost like a walking meditation.
Yeah.
And you feel that about your singing, right?
Yeah, in studio it's also hard work, but when I sing, I always feel clean afterwards.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like, I mean, when I listen to you sing, it's like, you know, this is like love in motion. as I kind of described at the open.
Oh, that's good, because, you know, in meditation, when all the thoughts settle down, then there is only love there. So that's, I try to express that in my voice, in the sound, in the songs, how it's arranged. I want to, you know, I'm longing for that. Yeah, I'm longing for God or spirit or whatever we call it, but it has to have a kind of, it has to soar.
And do you find that the more joyous and loving you are approaching the whole process, even the so-called difficulties, the more that energy, that vibration really comes through in the song?
Yes, of course. Yeah, you only get what you express. So the world is a mirror of how you are inside. So if you don't like, you know, your life and the world around you, then you have to change from the inside, and it will change on the outside as well.
And so in your travels around the world, and I know you go to, you know, just different countries all around the world, in the United States and all over, have you seen that change where people are much more open to your type of singing and the type of message that bridging in your songs, you know, puts out? Are you feeling that, you know, that it's coming, that hunger really is starting to manifest and starting to really awaken?
Oh, yes. I mean, when I started like 12 years ago, it was less people. Then year by year, it's more and more. And like you said before, people are hungry for that something else that you can't really describe what you're looking for, but when you hear it and when you see it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we've had the experience that it's just, you know, the old stuff, the old paradigm, the whole level, like, you know, at the open, the fear and the separation, it's just, you know, for more and more people, it's just so silly and so juvenile and so old.
Yeah.
That, you know, that it just can't be what I'm on a human body to experience.
No, and in our souls, we know it has to be another way of living and interact. And we are lucky if we can be part of that movement, because it's definitely there.
Yeah,
Not so much in Norway, though.
Really? Really? Is that, I mean, do you find in Europe it's less so as a general rule, or are there different countries there? Because, you know, yeah, it's interesting.
Like I've heard, like Los Angeles is like a heart chakra thing, and when I come here, the energy here is so different.
All over the United States, or the place you go to New York and LA?
You know, New York has this incredibly creative energy, which is wonderful, but here it has a more spiritual energy. It's light. Norway is beautiful, but it has a heavier energy, and I think when you meditate and you become more aware of people's energy and where you are affected by the environment, how you live, the people, what you eat, everything affects you.
Wow. So, I mean, like we're feeling now, even after we've done it, actually when you said 12 years, we did start the bridging show 12 years ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, in 1995 we said.
Good for you.
And we'll be overnight successes after 25 years.
After 20.
20,
yeah,
right.
It just took us 20 years.
Right, okay.
Piece of cake.
You know, we're really seeing that, you know, whatever that 100th monkey is supposed to be, or the 85th monkey, where the paradigm shift is happening, that we're getting very close. That there's more and more, and we get people from all over the world coming in. We've had people just in this last season from England and, you know, all over.
Yeah.
And they're all saying in their experience, in their travels, and most of these were really world travel, that energy is really growing, and that hunger is really, you know, exploding to know the truth and to come into that creativity.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what are your plans now? Are you planning to like just be in support of the Healing Voice album, or do you have more plans to do, you know, other kinds of songs? Or are you planning to write songs? Where are you going?
Oh, but you were talking about living in here and now. But of course, there are plans But in the music business, maybe in life, you never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
There are plans, and then there is life.
You know, it's interesting. I call them intentions. We intend to do something.
Yes, and you have to have the intention, and you have to be focused and have a goal, and but then you have to let go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we were talking earlier that we were talking about the way we approach a lot of things in the show, and we were talking that you agreed with that. Is like, that everything is perfect and getting better. That everything about
Yes. We with the musical, I have this craving for the perfect note, the perfect song, the perfect expression, and as an artist, it never will be perfect. So, I do one CD and then I can't wait to do another, which I know will be better, and then you work on that, and it's still craving for the perfection that's never gonna really come, because I don't think there can be perfection on earth.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I guess it's that Zen, the Zen experience that there is no, destiny, there is no goal. It's just the path, just to keep the path joyously and lovingly proceeding on
and
it.
See what happens
right.
while you are there.
Right. So, yeah, that's great. So, when you find yourself in a studio and you find yourself getting ready to do that first note, is it become now natural for you? Do you still get a little nervous? Do you still?
Oh, yes. That will never disappear.
You don't think?
Really? No. And it's hard work, and it's because of the perfection thing. I know what I'm craving for. I know what I'm listening for, and maybe in the 10th take it will be close.
When you go in, you have an idea of I want these set of songs to have this arc and this way. I mean, do you have an idea which songs you want to have in which order and all that?
No, you have to record them first and see how they turn out, and then put them together. I want to have it in a way like in little opera, you start and the movement goes up and you try to end it in a smooth way. So on my last album, the last song is Amen.
Oh. Just the word?
Yes. The song is called Amen. And it just had to be that. I couldn't have the Amen in the third song.
Right, I see.
So it had to be in the end. And I guess I would close the concert with Amen, and
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, so actually, it's interesting to say that because we're coming to the end of the show. So amen to that. So, it's, again, just thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, it's really an honor. So if you want any information about Cecilia, bridging, the future guest, the former guest, anything, Alan, 805-687-2053, 805-687-2053. Good night. We love you. God bless you. Good night.